road, blinded by stereo, headed to Dayton, Ohio. Jacob V. Weekly ROADCAST, December 3rd, 2022, year of our Lord. This could be our final transmission. We got a clunky V8. Got a tight box of shit climbing through Indiana. I'm trying to sync up my hotspot so this transmission will be backed up to the cloud so maybe they can recover it from my charred remains. With Colin and Matt of the Blinded by Stereo, we'll be playing in St. Louis 12/17 with Jesus Christ Supercars vinyl release show at the old Rock House. No Antics is playing 12:30 at Off-Broadway with Blonde Guru and Middle Class Fashion. We had some Burger King for lunch. I was really craving a chicken parmesan, and the Lord blessed me with a mysterious menu item at the Burger King, and it was an Italian-style royal chicken sandwich, and so just enough tomato sauce to satiate my craving. I have no idea how much of this audio is going to be useful. We are literally in an 80-mile-an-hour fireball of death, plummeting to Earth. And I just want to tell my dogs and my cats that I love them and that they have to be good. Because I may not make it back. I may make it to Dayton, but the way back is a whole other crapshoot. We thought we were staying in the fucking worst hotel on the goddamn planet. Where are we staying?
None of us know.
Maybe a Marriott of some kind?
Yeah, some kind of Hampton Inn, maybe.
Eric promised it was really nice.
Whatever Eric's got points for?
Yeah, so whatever is affiliated with Southwest in the greater Dayton area. I think we're 5 minutes north of downtown. Look it up.
But we still gotta cuddle. There's not
we got
beds.
cuddling to do.
Yeah.
We'll be podcasting from the hotel and again from the road tomorrow.
I think we all order robes.
Yeah.
Do a ROADCAST.
Yeah, a ROADCAST coming this evening. Maybe that'll be Patreon exclusive.
We could steal the robes and do a ROADCAST.
Because I bet the robe won't fit me, so I'll probably have to let my fellows dangle.
Double robe.
I could robe up. I could do a top and tail.
Top and tail. Double robe.
I could tie one backwards in the front, cover up my Johnson. Playing at the Blind Bob's. Blobs? The Blobs.
The Blobs.
With who?
Lab Partners.
Lab Partners. That's a great name for a band.
And I think the other band is called Grand.
Grand.
Yeah.
Like Granny?
Yeah, like Grand.
Grand.
Like what you may or may not call your maternal grandmother.
That's right. That's specifically maternity on that side? That's how they do that?
I don't know. I was just adding an extra word.
Man, we got a noisy one.
Yeah. It's noisy.
No, that's cool. It's going to be good. It's going to be good content. We like to start the show, as always, by reminding you to sponsor Caddyshack of New Hamel, Illinois, a local family-run, very low-budget, cash-only business in the greater Edwardsville area. I happen to be on the board of directors for Caddyshack because they actually save real cats. We've rehomed over 1,000 cats. And my cats are rescues. My two favorite dogs are rescues, and then there's the older one. Well, he wasn't like from a puppy mill, but it wasn't like a kosher rescue situation. It was sort of a Facebook Marketplace thing. This was before me. He's very old, and but God bless him. And
could you say he's been grandfathered in if he's so old?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. So Oswald's second birthday is tomorrow. My youngest is going to be 2. We're going to make him a peanut butter cake. And we're going to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, because that's his favorite show.
How do you know it's his favorite?
Because he watches it.
Ah.
Like, when we're watching it, he will sit on the edge of the bed and watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, he loves it. I think he gets that from me. I love watching people put on makeup. I love good makeup. When I was a child, I would sit on the toilet and watch my mom put on makeup. That was like the last thing we were waiting on to leave the house every day. I'd have to make sure the hot rollers were unplugged. Otherwise, we'd have to go back in the house and double check.
visual, Jake?
I wasn't using the toilet, it was just sitting there.
It is a chair if you put the lid down.
Yeah, put the lid down, you can sit there and wait for Mom to finish her makeup and she can fucking spray the ozone layer in your face.
Does anyone else feel this way? Like, when my wife is doing her hair and, like, using the blow dryer, for some reason I love the smell of the blow dryer.
No, that's sick.
Yeah, it's... What did you say?
It's sick. That's sick.
That's sick.
You're a
yeah.
sick man. But that's that probably
I have disease, okay?
Like I love the smell of Home Depot because it smells like my childhood with my father.
Yeah.
I love the smell of Redken Quick Dry 18 hairspray because it reminds me of Ma.
Cool.
You know the brand very, very specifically.
I don't do things like 23andMe because I probably could and probably wouldn't change my experience at all, but I feel like you're not supposed to. But my aunt did, and it turns out she has a huge distribution of Neanderthal variants.
Huh.
So I have an aunt who's got more Neanderthal variants in her DNA than 93% of the population. It's a high percentage Neanderthal. I have a cousin who's 63%. So the odds of me having 0% Neanderthal are low.
That is true.
Genetically impossible, I think. Especially considering my aunt and my mother have the same father. And I think he's the culprit. I think that Neanderthals are on his side, if I'm really being honest with myself.
Yeah.
Big hands.
What about big foreheads?
Oh my God. Cro-Magnums, baby.
Magnums. That's how you describe his hands?
No, his forehead.
Ah.
But then on my father's side, there's no way there's zero Neanderthal over there either, because my grandmother had some mittens like a mule. You know what I mean? Like she could catch a football, Jesus.
I thought mules had hooves.
I meant individually, each of her hands were the size of a whole mule.
So she had mules for mittens.
Mules for mittens.
Okay.
It's perfect sense.
That's the name of the episode, I think.
Mules for mittens.
Mules for mittens. We have episodes with worse names.
Ship it.
Send it straight to Sony.
Directly.
A new study found that St. Louis is the 49th out of 50th worst place to find romantic love. Let's open that up. I got that right here.
Yeah.
We should talk about this.
We're talking about it. This is hot off the press from the RFT,
The RFTs.
which is like our exclusive source for the show. Not a sponsor.
Absolutely.
Not yet, at least. If I get RFT and Lion's Choice, we'd be set. I wouldn't have to schlub around to Dayton with you freaks.
Yeah, it blows. So, Jake, you found love in St. Louis.
That's exactly what people keep telling me. St. Louis is one of the worst large metros in a study surveying 55 of them. If you're looking for love here, look somewhere else. A study by real estate website Porch.com. Well, that's the thing. Porch.com is bitter because they don't have any good listings.
I mean,
Yeah,
Would you
pretty
buy a
much.
house on Porch.com? I wouldn't.
No, I'd buy something on like.
if you're going to do housing real estate, call it House.com.
Oh, so we ranked 45th out of
Yeah.
55, and Kansas City ranked 55th, so fuck them.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Well, you can't find love in Kansas City. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, exactly. I've been saying that for years. Oh, good. We're reaching some traffic, which is great, because I'd love to cycle through the gears in our transmission some more, because I'm sure we won't have any further issues.
No, certainly not.
But it is going to be quieter as we slow down. Man, they got fast food on the highway, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Taco Bell. I had some Burger King. We saw an exit earlier that had Waffle House in Cracker Barrel. I think a Bob Evans.
There was also an IHOP.
IHOP.
Yeah.
Porch.com also looked at how much there was to do in any city so the singletons could go out and meet others. I bet that's part of the thing. Is that, there's not a thriving urban economy for entertainment the way that, because it's so spread out, so that's hard to measure successfully.
Now, I gotta ask, and I think I know the answer, but you think they left the county out? You think it's just the city that they did this study on? Because
But here's the thing. I know for a fact,
'Cause I
for
found
every single young professional in St. Louis, there is at least one person they could pair with to get stabbed on the Metrolink. There's at least that many armed citizens squatting on the Metrolink every day. That if you're a single white female, coming home from a cards game and you want to get knifed in the throat, we can make that happen.
Yeah, Matt, you're new to St. Louis. Have you been stabbed on the Metrolink yet?
No, I've avoided being stabbed up until at least today, which is nice. But that kind of makes me think, Jake, the point you're making is that you're incentivized to find love in St. Louis just so that you have somebody with you.
You got to use the buddy system. If you're going to use the public transport, you got to use the buddy system.
Exactly.
And you got to fuck that buddy.
Yeah. Well, how else are you going to pay him for protection?
No, that's the exchange. It's like you hold my hand as we leave the Nudo house, so that I don't get abducted, and then I'll slob on your knob.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a fair exchange.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what I tell my wife. I say, if I'm slobbing this knob, you got to protect me.
Yeah, so far so good.
So far so good. She keeps me safe.
Yeah.
She keeps her head on a swivel. She studied Taekwondo for 8 long years.
Really?
Yeah, she speaks Italian a little bit.
Does she?
Oh, yeah, she's a worldly broad.
What?
And she's like 132nd Cherokee, which is just outside of the range for that scholarship. So she's got that student loan.
Was that 23andMe data, or?
No, her grandfather was like half, I think.
Oh, that's cool. How did they? So back to the dating study. To Colin's point, I mean, what was the subset that they were looking at? Was it
you want to know about the data?
And how did they, how did they figure that out? Is it just through dating apps? I mean, what about these people? Because there's a bar.
Well, it's a
every
real estate
corner.
website that did the study. Mostly looked at population demographics, determining what percentage of people were single and not living with a partner. Utah has the lowest percentage of single adults.
Well,
40% of Mississippi and Louisiana's population are single. That's high. The study also looked at gender demographics. The Northeast and Southeast have more women, while the Mountain West and Upper Plains have more men, resulting in smaller dating pools depending on what you're looking for. What I learned from watching the Dahmer show recently is that if you were gay in Wisconsin in the 70s, you had to literally kill somebody to find somebody to date.
yeah.
That poor guy just wanted love.
You think that's what the motivation was? I didn't watch it.
If you were gay in the Christian suburbs of Wisconsin in the 70s, I'm surprised all of them didn't kill somebody. Was my first reaction watching the show.
Really?
But then I just got really sad. Once you get to like episode 7 or 8 with the deaf guy, I got really bummed out because I really liked him.
I haven't seen the show. He ate people, yes?
He did.
He started to eat parts of some people later, yeah.
Yeah, and he would.
He waited until he got his own apartment, and then he started, But that was the big
Supposed to live with his
thing,
mom or something?
because his apartment stank all the time, like roadkill.
Nice.
Not great. That's why I won't live in an apartment. I need my privacy. I need a smell barrier. I need a sound barrier.
Yeah. I have new neighbors, and they smoke a lot of weed, so I hear that.
In that expensive-ass building?
Yeah.
Inside?
Uh-huh.
No, I'd be taking... You have a balcony.
Not everybody has a balcony, and we have like a, whatever they call it, it's just a sliding door to nowhere. There's a
it's called a Juliet.
Well, I hope it's going to be fucking 20 degrees in Dayton, so I hope we have a fucking balcony, because if I have to fucking go out to the parking garage to fucking smoke drugs like a goddamn criminal, I'm going to be upset. And then I'm going to have to share with Tyler. He's probably got COVID.
Yeah, that's pretty much a guarantee.
And we locked him in that Volkswagen with Rick. I feel awful.
Well,
But fuck him.
yeah. He's going to be laughing last as they drive by us while we're on the side of the
Oh, yeah.
the broken transmission.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to rescue my instruments from the burning wreckage.
Yes.
Have you guys ever been to a concert where they make you use one of the Yonder pouches for your phone?
Yeah.
They're doing that
We
in
were
some...
all at the same show when that happened.
Yeah, they're doing that at some schools now.
Oh, yeah?
That's a good idea.
Well, I think it's a good idea because it solves a huge part of the problem of the power dynamic of give me your phone. No, I'm not giving you my phone, because that's a huge concern when you're in the classroom like I was for 10 long years. And
We should do that at
but doesn't that
jobs.
fucking sound like hell? Like, I already don't want to go to this place, and then you're going to put my phone in a bag.
That I can't unlock.
Do you think parents will let that happen?
They do.
Really?
Because you have to enroll your kid, you have to sign the terms of fucking conduct or whatever.
parents want to know, like, especially with...
But that's the thing. So they can unlock those remotely if there's an emergency. But otherwise, you can't get a hold of your kid. And there's an area they can go use their phone.
Oh.
But they have to have permission to go do that. Which I just don't see happening. I had a girl, 7th grade, start freaking out because we were supposed to take a test and she wasn't supposed to have her phone. And she kept getting her phone out, so I told her to take it to the office, and then she wouldn't. So I told the lady to come and get the phone from her, and then she starts cussing at everybody about, no one's taking my fucking phone, and she was like 12. So... God is good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I try to keep my nose to the grindstone and remember that if you keep Christ in your heart, someday you too can get told to go fuck yourself by somebody else's infant over a goddamn cracked iPhone.
Yeah. Well,
what a bag of shit.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm gonna pray for it.
Well, you've left that line of work.
Abandoned it completely.
Yeah.
At the time where maybe the field needed me the most.
That's true. But I think it was a good call. The recent spat of shootings in the St. Louis area,
Right.
and bomb threats and such at schools.
Well, I did lots of that training. I know exactly what not to do.
You mean you weren't like carrying a piece?
No, they don't let you carry them on the campus.
They should let the teachers carry pieces.
Well, I don't see that going well. I haven't worked with a lot of teachers that I would trust with a piece. They don't even know how to work their Google Drive, Colin.
I don't think that that's a very good idea, honestly. So,
I'm immediately backing down for that idea.
well, I don't want anybody to think that I seriously believe that.
I think we're going to see a continued explosion in homeschool models, and I'm sure my kids will be homeschooled.
You mean like the continued explosion that we're about to experience with this car?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be just like this. Just as this expedition is about to explode like the Challenger on takeoff,
Oh my god.
homeschool technology is really going to explode. If I had any money, I would put it there.
The Challenger.
I sure as fuck am not leaving my kids in a public institution all day.
Yeah.
I've seen too much.
But have you ever met a homeschool kid though?
Yeah, they're fucking weird, but you just gotta work on that. They can do karate or some shit that other rich people's kids do. But they're not gonna fucking sit around and get picked last for dodgeball with a bunch of fucking troglodytes in a brick building owned by a goddamn globalist shell corporation. I'm joking. I've been listening to a lot of the Kanye West, Alex Jones. Not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
Not great. I don't even know what we're allowed to say because it's literally so little of it is worth repeating.
Yeah.
And very confusing and misled. And it's a sad day for our nation.
Yeah, and the fact that it's gaining steam, it feels like. I don't know if that's...
I feel like it's getting worse.
Yeah, I feel like there are other celebrities being like, well, he's got a point.
I don't know exactly what he wants, because I feel like he's trying to get some kind of a reaction, but I really don't want him to experience a reaction, because I worry about him. But also, fuck that guy.
He is getting a reaction.
Yeah, and I just,
Everybody is literally talking about it.
Yeah.
And that's the only way to make guys like that stop doing shit like this.
Yeah, he said something I made a TikTok about. He said Alex Jones was trying to take a break because Kanye had just been talking and talking. He said, do you have a website or anything you're promoting right now? He said, my website is the Bible. So that's good. I like to think about that. I like to think about all the different things that could mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the implications therein. Apparently, Kim's going to get $200K a month in child support.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
So Gold Digger's not aging any better than Black Skinhead.
Wow.
Thanks, guys. I'll be here all day.
We want prenup.
We want prenup.
Yeah. At the time, though, that they got married, I don't think he was actually liquid in his valuation. I think, he was, in more debt than he was worth at the time they got married. So he probably wouldn't have wanted a prenup because she was on her way to making $1 billion on makeup or some shit. You know what I mean? So that's a sticky situation.
Yeah.
If we hit it big, my wife could take half because I don't know that we are on any track to necessarily hit it big enough that I could afford to maybe put that off.
Right.
So I need to take that chance because right now she's the one hitting it big and I need my half of that if she gets crazy.
That's right.
So it's a delicate, the prenup thing is not all one way because women can have jobs now, which means you don't have to always have one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. If we hit it big, I would be, probably a creep too.
Like if we could just do, a residency at Caesar's Palace, like Garth Brooks.
How do you get one of those?
I think you got to be able to sell all the tickets to it. And then I think Caesar says, hey, you're Adele or Sting or Garth. Why don't you come on in here? Celine.
Yeah. She was kind of the...
Whitney Houston's hologram, they wanted $90. I said, she better get up out the tub for $90. God damn.
Isn't there a movie about her coming out?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's called I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Who's playing Whitney?
I don't know her name.
Perfect.
She looks lovely.
Yeah, she does look lovely.
Crack is cheap. Crack is whack.
I agree.
But that's the thing people don't realize. When you call somebody a crackhead, if that person has a lot of money coming in, they're not a crackhead. They are freebasing delicious, expensive cocaine at a rate that would kill most people. It's amazing. You ever freebased a little wayo there, brother?
No, I can't say that I have.
Me neither, dog. My dad told me one time I had smoked a bowl in my backyard with these guys. And then my dad somehow thought maybe he should talk to us about drugs. So he told me he was on his way. So I freaked out and I brushed my teeth. And I'm a little baked. And then he starts telling us these horror stories about, like, his buddy did a bump of cocaine at a party in high school and his heart exploded.
Oh, wow.
So I never really got into that. As a big guy, you worry about that. When someone says your heart could explode, I'm like, well, I'm on the side of the fence where that's more likely than not if it's going to happen, so I don't want that to happen. Squirrel is high in cholesterol.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. It's a fatty meat.
The fat's slick like duck is what I was saying, and that's those fucking hemoglobins, dog.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are we?
I don't know.
Somewhere just
we got 90 minutes till our destination. Are we actually punching it for the actual address of the venue?
We sure do, yeah.
We sure be.
There's nothing on the map. It's just a line of freeway.
Well, we just got a straight line. We can't see the
around.
next junction. We got 92 miles. We're going to veer right in 92 miles. Fucking kill me.
33 ahead.
God damn it.
Yeah, this is a rough one.
When I was vacationing in Siesta Key with my lovely extended family by marriage, is what we'll say. I don't want to say my in-laws because it has a negative connotation. We had a lovely trip. And we did several episodes of this podcast while we were there. But while, I would wake up at about noon and I'd have a nice, large, expensive lunch and I'd retire to the beach for the afternoon, I was like, why the fuck do I live in a place where I have to own a coat?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that guy's transmission?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Suddenly I'm less worried. A different Ford just drove by us, struggling a little bit more.
Yeah.
So if he makes it out of this construction zone, I'll be amazed and thankful to the Lord God.
I believe that what you're hearing is the rumble strips because this is
Everyone's just bumping the rumble.
I got trapped in that hell on my way there last time.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna eat some fucking chicken on the bone, bitch, when we get through in this motherfucker, dog. They got wings, bitch.
Yeah, they do, Jake.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for you to have these.
I gotta pull up the menu because I'm gonna check out what kind of burger or something I'm gonna eat too.
I had a falafel sandwich.
Okay.
But nobody wants any of that vegan shit, dude.
But it was really good.
Okay.
You shouldn't.
You're gonna have an Impossible Whopper from a truck stop for lunch, and then you're gonna have falafel for dinner, and then we're sharing a hotel room.
Yes, you're about to get gassed out.
I'm gonna sleep with my CPAP mat,
Exactly.
my CPAP hose up your ass, so I can get a straight pipe to the fucking methane.
Yeah, that's an advisable thing to do for sure.
Weekend food.
Yeah, apparently they have a different menu for the weekend.
What does winners give milk mean?
Exactly what it says. You got milk, you better give it if you want to win.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, there's this menu item at Blind Bob's. It's called a hula hoop.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a basket of them. What do you think hula hoops are?
Onion rings.
Yeah, I was gonna go
Curly fries.
beer-battered pineapple rings topped with powdered sugar and served with dipping sauce.
My friend Heather's a championship hula hooper.
Sweet, creamy coconut sauce.
She's a patron on the Patreon, which is the quickest way for you to get new content from Jacob V Weekly is on the goddamn Patreon. You cheap bastards.
Yeah, a lot of Patreon content coming through. That is consistent for sure.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because it's like there's a, I don't want you to, if somebody cancels on me because they feel like I'm not giving them the quality of content they're paying for, then that bums me out, because it's only $1 a week, and you average 1.5 bits of exclusive content per week. We're up to about 6 a month right now. And great stuff there. And now Patreon is hosting video, which if you've never used Patreon before, it may not sound like a big deal, but you always had to outsource the link to the video before. I think the post from Patreon this week is from one of my old live streams with my friends, the Tissone family band, Ryan and Sherry and Trey. We used to, play some country tunes and whatnot, and I could post that video directly in Patreon for the first time now, so I'm excited about that. I may also backlog some content in that format just to host it all in the same place, because it doesn't need to be on Vimeo or some shit. But patreon.com/JacobV. Oh, fuck. Colin, why are we excited about the 17th at the Old Rock House?
Because it's going to be a cool show, Jake.
Are records included in the ticket price?
They are not.
They are not. That was something we talked about, but we can clip that. Cut that.
Yeah.
Cut that.
No, we are very stoked about it because my other band, Jesus Christ Supercar, is putting out a vinyl for the first time ever. It is a little 7-inch. It's crystal clear. The A side is called What Time. The B side is called Radar. It is we are very excited about it.
I'm excited.
We got Sleepy Kitty to do a full 18x24 screen print for it. It's fucking gorgeous.
Lovely.
They're only going to be available at the show too. It's really cool. Our friends Cave Radio, who are also really badass, are going to be on the bill also. They're getting a little Colin sandwich there because I'm opening with Blinded by Stereo, and then I'm not playing with Cave Radio. Although maybe I should finagle my way into one of their songs.
Should do something if you could sing TNT by AC/DC with them.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Or I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness.
Yeah, I got a pretty decent falsetto, so
that's what I was saying. So I would lead with that and say, hey, we should do something special. It's a special evening.
And then, and then Supercar's got a bunch of new tricks up our sleeve that we are pulling out.
I definitely got the merch bug. Don't think I've forgotten about the Jacob V Weekly hoodie. Plans are still in the works. Now I learned how to do a pre-sale with no antics for the baseball tee that just came out. I did secure Matt's. I thought they accidentally sold Matt's out from under me for a minute, and Matt was not having it.
Not having it.
A normal person, you could say, hey, let me give you a size up, and you can sleep in it. And he was like, fuck that, that's fucked up. And I said, okay, I'll take it up. God. So I found one. Yeah. And it's on hold for me. I'll pick it up tomorrow when I get back.
I'm forever grateful. I hope that No Antics doesn't think I'm a jerk. But
They know they fucked up. I handled the money, and I said, you guys just manage the inventory, and I'll keep track of all the money. And then, they sold one of my pre-orders out from under me. Now I know how to do that. And so the hoodie is never more real than it is right now. I got several guys to do it, and lots of ideas. I'm still thinking the cartoon of the tree that guy butchered in my backyard is going to be the logo for the thing. We'll work on that. Stay tuned for that. The pre-sale will be exclusive to Patreon also, I believe. Yes. Which means we got to get those Patreon numbers up because I got to move some units. You know what I'm saying?
I just want you to remember, Jake, I'm not the villain. I just want to...
No, you're doing great.
Nice shirt.
No, if you don't hold people accountable to the standard of society that you want to live in, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because these goddamn... a little warm back here. I'm okay. I turned my heat down. I had my heat bumping to see this cooking, dog.
You're in the command chair back there. You can do...
Dude, I can control the volume. I can control the goddamn... I could skip songs earlier.
I was thinking about that. Why would you want to give that control? Because it's presumably the people in the backseat.
because
Our children.
No, they're not.
No, but see, that's
You're
the thing.
fucking chauffeuring me around. I need to be able to control the goddamn music. If you're trying to listen to Hot in Here by Nelly and the Saint Lunatics,
Why do you
I need
think-
to be able to jump next.
Why do you think they make this thing bulletproof, man? I mean, usually it's got a friggin' divider here too, where you don't have to talk
I
to the
actually
help.
would prefer a divider. I could use a little privacy.
That would be nice. The problem is that they make everything but the transmission bulletproof.
No, yeah, the transmission is vulnerable. That is definitely the Achilles heel on this jalopy right here.
Not
If we could just,
solid.
if we could get there and back in fourth gear and not really have to click out too much, I think that would be best for everybody.
It skips a gear, and then it yells at me, and then it gets better.
Yeah,
It keeps
I mean,
going.
55,000 miles, that's about when you want to check that tranny fluid, so we may not want to mess around. I may get a bottle.